Hi, this is Vamsi Gali. Welcome to my space where I share my real life experiences and reflections from building and running multiple businesses while actively investing since my early 20s. It's been more than 6 years since I've started LadyBird. At the beginning, I was definitely all over the place in terms of what asset classes to work on or what real estate investment, how I wanted to build LadyBird around these real estate investments. I've come a long way, definitely, in this whole process. But I feel that maybe in last 1 year, I've seen an incredible amount of growth, not just as a business, but also as how I am running LadyBird, how I am building it, and how I see it. I don't think I had this clarity before, and that made me reflect into one important thing which I never really considered. I think I am listening to LadyBird. I know it sounds really weird and very mystical and crazy at the same time because while I'm doing land deals, I listen to everybody. I talk to everybody. Sometimes I'm a seller, sometimes I'm a buyer, or I'm talking to surveyors, I'm talking to every resource that is a human being and listening to them, paying attention to them, solving the problems. This entire process, because everybody has a voice, to talk, they were able to say it out loud. However, the process itself has been talking to me. I am no longer trying to find new ideas, new processes, new something to learn and implement. Where I am is that I just am listening to what exactly is working by completely removing the human voices, letting the process itself to speak for me. I know it is hard for me to explain in any more better version because it is really weird to even have this realization. If I had to put something in the words, I think one of the things the business itself told me is that it's not my buyer who dictates my buying land condition right now. It is the business itself. For example, if we are acquiring 100 acres and the price point of our acquisition is under 15,000 and we're only putting down 20%, 25%, and then the spread for us is anywhere between 3,000, 5,000 per acre because we are adding value. And if the same thing goes on with a 20,000 or 25,000 per acre acquisition, now instead of 100 acres, I'm only be able to afford probably less than 60 acres if my math is right, but the spread is never going to be any more bigger. This is business speaking to me. This is business making me listen to it. This is what I meant by I am now listening to the business. My business is being built better for a very long term because I am able to tune to it. As crazy as it sounds, it has been very successful for me. It's like zooming out and looking at everything as if the business itself is a third person. If I can just make it very easy to understand for me and for others, that's how I see that. If I could have listened to it from a very long time and paid attention to it, it would have been a different journey, I think, for sure. But now that I know it, all I am doing is just listening to it, constantly listening to it, and actually valuing its opinion, even though it doesn't have a human voice. Thank you.